All right, let's see who's in here, man. Peace, peace. I had to get me another piece of pumpkin pie, man. So we're gonna wait for some of y'all to get in here. Please do me a favor, make sure y'all share that I'm on. I gladly appreciate y'all, man. Please do me a favor, make sure y'all hit the like button while y'all in here. Please make sure you share while you in here. Well, we know Diddy's bail got denied. Oh, hopefully y'all Thanksgiving was good. Everything. I hope y'all had a good time. I made all that food and my food came out good. I only made one plate. I was done for the whole day. That shit had me slumped. Like for real. I did all that cooking for one plate to like put me down. Like man down. So I hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving. I hope everybody, you know, seeing your family or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Mine was peaceful. A couple of people came over and brought me some stuff too. Some pumpkin pie, which is good. Some strawberry frosted cupcakes with the strawberry on top. That shit was banging. I beat the hell out of that. Like immediately, I beat the hell out of that. And some other stuff. But everything was pretty good, man. But anyway, we're gonna get right into it. So everybody do me a favor. I should have had some turkey wings, Mike. I was looking, I should have had some turkey wings, but that turkey, it was so like fall off the bone. That shit was fall off the bone. It was really good. But I hope everybody enjoyed themselves. Please do me a favor, hit that like button. Please share. Please share. Please share. And I'm about to get very active on my YouTube, man. It's about that time. Anyway, y'all already know that what's the name? Bell was denied for the third time. So he's in there indefinitely. I know his spirits is shot. Hey, it is what it is, man. You do this shit to other people, what you expect, Diddy? And yeah, he's not coming out. The third judge. So yeah, it's just over for Diddy for right now. But anyway, there's a girl named Misha. I just found out about her like last night. So I'm a little bit behind on this new Diddy victim. Shout out to Lion B, Lionel B show. Um, Salute to him. He had an exclusive interview with that. I never used his videos before, so I don't know if I'm gonna use it. But if y'all want to listen to her initial interview when she's coming out and saying a few things, I didn't even listen to the whole thing. I'm just gonna be honest. So if he don't have a problem with it, I'm not sure. I really don't know. I'll play a little bit of it, and I don't know, but we'll go to her interview or exchange with Jaguar Wright. So we're gonna get right into that. Thank you, Don. Don, thank you for sharing. Hopefully, Kim and Brand shared. Hopefully, my boy Brooklyn and Cali shared. Kyra knows. Everybody that's in here, it's a lot of y'all already. Please make sure y'all share. It's not going to kill y'all. We're glad to appreciate y'all. We're gonna get right into it. I'm not gonna talk your head off, but I'm gonna tell you, I've seen some other pictures. I've seen some younger pictures of Misha because I'm like, yo, nobody will want you right now. And you know what? I'm gonna be quiet because I want to try to get her on the show too. There's another female named I Walk with the Ancestors, some other lady. She came out. I already reached out to her, so I'm trying to see if I could get her. I'm trying to have all of them on one panel with me. I'm gonna try to see how that works. But I just finished speaking to Adria English, and you know I just leave that one exactly where that stands at. So I don't know on that. You know, yeah, I don't want to say the wrong things. You know, but it's all good. Everything is good while it lasted. So with that being said, we're gonna move on. But the girl, something Dean, something I forgot the other name, but a Walk with the Ancestors. She's out there exposing the allegedly exposing the lies of what Misha was saying. So we're gonna jump into that clip as well too. That interview as well. And I shout out the person what platform she was on. So salute to that. So with that being said, again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Do me a favor and share. And yeah, we gonna nigga said fuck Diddy. Yeah, Drake is he's a dickhead. But anyway, we gonna get right to the subject at hand. I ain't gonna talk your head off. Let's go here. All right. Everybody that's here, please hit that like. Please share. Shout out to Sean Atwood. We're gonna get right into it, man. Let's go. While I eat this pumpkin pie. This is good. Let's get it.
To a certain extent. I had my mother in my life up till I was about 6 years old, and she used to be a paramedic, and then she got on drugs, and then I remember living with my grandmother, and my mother would be there, but she wasn't living with us. My grandmother wouldn't allow her to the house, and around I've been molested by family members on my dad's side to where I was hypersexual and I was like doing things with my cousins and stuff. And they told me I was fast acting or whatever, but nobody ever got the grown person that did what they did to me. It was more of a be quiet, don't tell your dad, he gonna kill him. Don't tell your mama, she gonna kill me. So it was always pushed off. I felt like when I came, they always told me to tell the truth. And then when I finally spoke the truth, they'll tell me stop tattling.
So I imagine that affected you as a kid, like in school and stuff. Were you able to concentrate?
No, but I did. But no, like after that offense, what that essay that happened to me in the 6th grade, I was returned home. And when I went to school, I used to dress like, in the summertime, I wore a turtleneck and I put on some pants. And my teacher, Miss Peterson, which was at Well Middle School, she noticed her and the principal. I told the class what I've been through. And her and the principal came by and talked to my grandmother. And like my grandmother played it off as if I was lying and I've been sick in the hospital. But I was not sick in the hospital. And after the holidays, I'm getting my school records to show the times I missed. But then I went back to school.
Great content needs a great audience, like Santa Claus needs cookies.
What? No cookies for Santa?
School.
And did you have many friends at school that you could talk to, that you could confide in?
Yes. A lot of people wonder why I acted weird when I came back. When I had one best friend, she don't want her name to be mentioned. She said she don't want no parts, but she knew everything. And it seemed like when I spoke, she told her mother, and her mother was concerned because my grandmother used to poke fun at me with that I'm eating people and drinking blood. Like she said, I acted bad because I ate the blood, and I ate people and I drank blood. So like she didn't physically abuse me, but verbally I was abused a lot, like taunting me.
And when this was going on when you was a kid, were there any adults that you could talk to for support, or were you just on your own?
I was on my own because anytime I spoke out to an adult, my they will come talk to my grandmother and she'd tell me that I'm gonna get the rest of my siblings took. And she's always scare me with CPS. Like if CPS gets you or foster care gets you, they're gonna do you worse. They're gonna do you real bad. So I just learned how to suppress it.
So you know, like when you're a kid, sometimes you have like dreams of what you're gonna do when you grow up. Did you have dreams?
Yeah, I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be in the industry as far with movies, singers, writing. I was good at writing poems, and I was good at writing songs. And when I was younger, we had like the encyclopedia books, like all of them through the A through Z. We used to have that dictionaries. So I used to like to read a lot and write music.
And were you good at sports or anything like that?
I was in athletics, but I wasn't in any sports. Like I joined up athletics, but I never was on like any teams. But I was in athletics.
So
And
how old were you when you finished school, and what happened from there?
to be honest, I never made it out the 9th grade due to me being with the diddler. I never made it out the 9th grade. I ended up going to Job Corps in McKinney, and then after Job Corps, I did cosmetology and barbering, and I just finished that, like barbering cosmetology now. So that's what I'm doing. I'm into hair.
So for people here in the UK, could you explain what 9th grade means?
9th grade is like after the 8th. 9th grade, you know, in high school, you have the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, and the
Wait a
12th.
minute. Did he really have to ask that question? But let's continue. That's crazy.
I only made it to the 9th. I never made it to the other grades.
So how old was that?
When that's when you're 13, the 9th grade, you're 13, turning 14.
Okay, and how did you end up meeting Diddy?
Well, when I was younger in the middle school, I was advised not to say the person's name, so I'm not going to say her name. I met this girl, and after the 9/11, the Muslims were getting bullied real bad, and they bullied her because she wore the black turban on her head. And she told me that she wanted to be in gymnastics, and but her family wanted her to be like a gymnastics star, but she wanted to be a singer. She already knew she wanted to.
Can I just do a sidebar real quick? And I apologize for that. You see that commercial Brightspeed? Now I just moved from my crib, right? And I had Brightspeed internet, $49.99 a month. Perfect. I moved to this fucking my nice, bigger apartment and all that. They don't cover my area. I got T-Mobile. Don't you know? Within 3 days, my whole 100 gigabytes was already used up. I had to get an extra 150 days ago, nigga. Like that was yesterday. Salute the Brightspeed. I hope y'all cover my area because T-Mobile home internet, y'all fucking suck. Because it happened yesterday, so I'm sorry. T-Mobile home internet, you fucking suck. Let's continue.
Be a singer. So I got in trouble for the things that I was writing as a child. And I was like, they talked to me bad and was like, I was going to be nothing other than a harlot. So I gave her the music because I was mad. And her dad worked for CNN, and he was a producer. So, but he wasn't the type of producer that I needed. He introduced me to a ghostwriter that ghostwriter for Clive Davis and other music people, which was a Jewish guy with dark hair, and it was curly. He had a pointy nose. And through the Jewish guy, he was paying me the money from Clive Davis. That's how much I want. And like, I'm a kid. At first I was getting $20 for a composition books. But then after that, they started giving me $500. And I used to just give that money to my grandmother. And then he bought Pierre Harvey, however you say his name. He bought him, and he was kind of bullyish acting without the Jewish guy there. At first he was paying me. And then I remember one time he came with a cigar and he snatched the book out my hand and like blew the smoke and was like, write some more. I'll be back. You better have like command me to write more. They was coming by my house this whole time and they was recording me, like audition. Like they had me doing dances, singing the songs that I wrote. And one day, PR Harvey, he came by himself and he said, with a driver in a black SUV truck with tinted windows, he said that P. Diddy wanted to meet me in person and come to his flavor camp for 48 hours. I told my grandmother said no. I was mad because I felt like she was taking away from me wanting to be a star. So I took it upon myself to sneak out the house, which was in broad daylight. And I went to the car and I was thinking P. Diddy was going to be outside, but it was Pierre Harvey, however you say his name. It was him outside. And he had Diddy on the phone, and it was a big, thick cell phone he used to have. And he called him. I heard his voice. And I said, okay, they was supposed, the whole thing was they were supposed to take me to go find my mother, which was on drugs. And like, I knew which part of the area she'd be in, but we never went to go search for her. When I sat in the car, he was like, eat the candy. And it was some strawberries. It looked like it was open. I was on like the jelly beans. They just felt like funny. And he was like, eat it, eat it, eat it. Like being real persistent with me to eat the jelly beans. And when I ate it, I swallowed some of the juice, but then it hit me and like I kind of just got stuck. And then I was like, I want to get out. And like he closed the door, slammed the car door, and then he got in the car. And next thing I know, they're lifting me onto the jet.
What?
And they're saying like my body weight is dead. They're saying I was heavy. Like
Hold on.
she heavy.
Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute. This is my first time looking at this. I just seen what was going viral, and this was viral. By show of hands, well, press 1 if you believe that. That sounds kind of crazy. He forced you to eat jelly beans, and you was already thick or big back then. You probably just you wanted some. I don't know if he forced you, but now they got it in the jelly beans. That GHB shit in the jelly beans. Let me say this before I press play. Mr. Rowe, you said someone called her mom to put her on blast about what she's doing. Do me a favor. If you can send it to me or put the link inside the chat, I'll click on it. If you follow me on Instagram or Viral Access Media LLC, DM me that so I could play that as well. But press 1, do y'all believe what she's saying right now? And press 2, you don't believe her. And 3, bitch, we don't know. I don't know. But that right there sounds kind of crazy. But let's keep it moving, man. It sounds kind of I don't know. But let's continue.
Or whatever. I remember waking up on the jet. I remember my ear popping and my stomach dropping, and it's foggy because I get there and it was so traumatic. It was so traumatic. When I get there, I had on a pink Nikes and like a pink windbreaker outfit. When I get there, I had that on. I wake up, I have on the DG and I have on a skirt. And he was telling me, welcome to the flavor camp, and I'm going to make you a star. You have the qualities or whatever. And he gave me a camera and he told me to take pictures of the area. Like take pictures that stuff that I remembered. I took a picture of the pool table. I took a picture of the room. I took a picture of the studio because it's pictures without me in the studio, but it was just regular pictures. I took pictures of that. And I remember him, like, I didn't have my underwears or nothing on when I was sitting on his lap in that picture. And I remember him like telling me like, "Ooh, she got a nice body, got like a nice little shape on her or whatever." And like I just felt uncomfortable. And after that happened, I'm in a daze again. I'm on the chair. I have the same outfit on. See, it could have been different days, but I'm on the couch. I see a lady on the pool table. She's getting raped by, R word by P. Diddy and another black guy that was there. And they were doing what she was saying, that she was a virgin, and they still took it from her, and they had a pool stick on her too. I remember waking up saying I was thirsty, and when he was offering me stuff, and he was like, "You want some champagne? You smoke?" And I'm like, "I'm a kid." I'm telling him I'm a kid. Like, I don't do drugs. I'm a kid, because I thought it was a test or something. And he chuckled, and then he was like, "Give us some water." But when he brought the water, I took a big gulp because I was thirsty, and it was the same taste from the candy. So once I drank that, I remember waking up. I was in the restroom. But before we went to the restroom, he sent Roger Bonds, which was his driver, to go buy a pink dildo. And this dildo was a long, like real long, like probably like it was like one of them long 15.
Wait a minute. So now we got the former security guard or bodyguard, Aaron Rodgers. What's the name, Rodgers? You know what I'm talking about. That guy. Now he was sent to the store to get a long pink dildo. First, I have to question this. So after you first got in the car with Harv Pierre and he forced you to eat the jelly beans and you ate the jelly beans and then you wake up somewhere and now you discombobulated, you come into and you had on no drawers and they had you dressed down as whatever the hell she was saying. But on top of that, I'm thinking of the normal reaction of you trying to get out of there because now they raping you. Now you a slave. Now they kidnapped you, and I'm not hearing those words. I'm not hearing that you was trying to get away, and this is kidnap. You know what I mean? So I'm looking for key words during this conversation, and I'm not hearing it. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just me, but we're gonna continue. Everybody that's in here, if you new, again, hit the like button. If y'all don't mind, please share. If you new, please make sure you subscribe to the platform. Gladly appreciate you. This is kind of crazy. Uh, yeah. And the Adrian girl that you asked, I will play some in the interview I did with her, and y'all can run those numbers up because it didn't really, I don't know why, but I'll play some of that as well. Y'all can watch the whole thing. This shit is hilarious and it's interesting. But let's continue, man. But this sounded a little crazy to me. But let's continue.
15-inch ones, and it had a penis on this end and a penis on, like it was two-sided. And I didn't know that was going to be for me because he was asking me the way I wrote my music. It seemed like I had sex before, but I was writing about me being molested and how I was, my urges I was feeling. And after he got back with that dildo, I remember being hard on that bed, but I passed out. I was scared. He asked me if I did this before. He was sitting down, I was standing up, and then I was like, no, and he got aggressive and he put me down on the bed and he RA'd me. It hurted so bad that I passed out. I wake back up. I'm being RA'd in the restroom and he's behind me. He has the video camera while he's behind me. And he ended up handing it to Pierre or whatever. And Pierre started recording. And he was like, man, I can't get off or whatever. He turned me around, kissed me in my mouth, and was telling me, like, it's okay. He was like,
my new course, High Payout Partner, has an insane discount for Black Friday. And if you'd like to join,
I can't squeeze my nipples. And then he turned me back over. And when he turned me back over, he put it in my, where I do number 2 at. And I remember passing out from the pain because it hurted so much. And
I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, it's 586 people in the chat and it's 86 likes. I understand, but everybody hit those like buttons, please. Hit those likes up. It's 88 likes, 568 people. It should be more than that. Everybody hit that like button if you haven't. Everybody who hasn't hit the like button, please hit that like button now. Get those likes button up. I will gladly appreciate you. That's for the algies, the algorithms. Thank you very much. Please continue to hit the like button if you have it. Let's keep it moving. Thank you in advance, man. Let's get it.
I'm thinking I'm screaming, but I'm screaming in my head. So whatever drug he has me on, I'm screaming in my head until my mouth was able to yell and scream. He switched out Pierre Harvey, get behind me. I'm still like passed over the sink, but I feel the pain again of the thrust. It woke me up. So when I looked in the mirror to see, like, dang, you're not done, it was Pierre Harvey. So I started yelling, no, 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 because I didn't consent to him, you know? I passed out again because it hurt so much, the pain. They tell the Jewish guy to come. The Jewish guy, I was looking at him like, help me, because I remember him telling me
Thank you,
he just
family.
had a daughter. So I'm thinking he would help me. And he just looking there, he looking scared. I think he was crying too, to be honest. He was crying. He was looking, he didn't want to be there. And he wouldn't get aroused to me. And Diddy was like, if you don't do her, I'm gonna do you. So he was acting like it, but I wasn't screaming. And Diddy told him get out the way or whatever. And then Pierre Harvey came back over there. He turned me around and he started making me give him
Fellation.
from the front in my mouth. And I remember I couldn't breathe. I remember he slapped me upside my head, telling me not to use my teeth. I remember him smoking. They were smoking. They were smoking
We?
white hard stuff, white rocks.
Oh,
And Diddy sitting in the door arm, and the way that the stalls are made, they're long. It wasn't like a regular restroom. Diddy sit in the doorway, masturbating.
hold on. Because we know that, well, in the one of those documents where, matter of fact, the female that was brung from Michigan, the white girl that was brung from Michigan, she was 17 years old. She the one that came out and said that Javier was smoking crack in the bathroom. There's a lot of mixed feelings in the room. Some are saying that she's lying. Some are saying that she's not showing no emotions. I'm on the fence too, so I'm with y'all. I'm here with it, and I'm over here with it. So I am flip floppy. I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna say everything that she's saying is a lie. I won't say, but the internet is a safe haven for all types of crazy people. I'm not saying she is, but the internet is a safe haven. You know what I mean? So I hope what she's saying is true and it be messed up that she went through this. And I close by saying this. This is what the fuck I be saying about these goddamn entertainers. real quick, just real quick. Motherfucker, if you got all the money in the world, and if you a handsome guy or whatever, you don't even have to be handsome. And you got bread, pay for the pussy. There's bitches right now. It's a site called, it's a site called Alligator Escort. Woo! I tried it I tried it twice. I was in Queens. Hey, I was lonely. Yeah, I paid for some pussy. Anyway, but you could pay for girls who would do all that, choke them and smack them, all types of shit. Why you have to like literally rape and control women? The money speaks for itself, and that's why I say. This is why I say it doesn't matter. Like if you look at any interview with Puff Daddy, he's not a funny guy. He don't has a character. So I think the money made him allegedly be this dominant piece of crap for the pussy because he don't know how to speak. He don't have swag. He could dance and all that. I can't even do the shout. I damn near cracked the rib just now. You seen that, right? It was awkward. But damn, you like, come on, fam. Money, I'ma shut up. I'll get back to this shit in a minute. Let's go.
he's recording, and I remember that man shoving a champagne bottle at me, and I was screaming. I know if I wasn't screaming, I was screaming so loud. And they left me there, and some white guy with a cat snout came pick me up. This white guy said he gonna take me home. I said I want to go home. So I was thinking I was going home. They put me on a jet. He was like, we can't send her home. He was acting frantic because I think he came to for what he did to me. And he was like, I couldn't go home. I remember the white guy put me on a jet. They drugged me again. And it was other Caucasian teenager girls with me. And I remember being with them at first, and then it was just me by myself. And they passed me around to all type of white men. I remember being tied to a tree, being beat in my back. I remember them drugging me out of my mind. I wanted to die. And they put my hand over the stove. They put my hand over the stove to like wake me up. I remember each white man used to beat me with a thick belt in my back like I was a slave. It was other children there. They were brown skinned, a little bit darker than me. Like
I'm sorry, y'all. Look. I want to show some before pictures, right, of her. Everybody, please do me a favor. What's her full name? It's Lamisha. Is Lamisha what, Fuller or something like that? Somebody do me a favor, because somebody talking about her pictures, right? I seen an old picture, but I didn't see many of them. If anybody has the pictures, somebody DM me. Put the URL link inside of the chat, and I can click on it. Y'all send me some of her old pictures, please. If Fuller, right? Okay, got it. All right, I start looking for it. I just want to make sure. All right, let's keep it pushing, y'all. And if y'all want me to open the panel for everybody to come on, I would like to speak to some, especially the women, respectfully. I want to hear from a female's perspective, because some people will feel like because she's a female, she's telling the truth. Not saying these things didn't happen. Some people can yoga stretch the truth. So I don't know, and people could cloud chase. So I may open up the panel. Y'all could get on, and we all can have a great discussion if y'all want. Y'all press 1. But I'm gonna look at some of her pictures right now. Let's go.
if you can see, I'm 2 different colors or whatever, but they was like the darker color of me, the darker brown of me, and we were all in like a chicken cage, like in the like if I think about it, it was a slave cage. And it was a lot. It was like probably 50, and then went down to 30, and then it was just me. And I remember one time,
Who the hell?
P. Diddy was telling me to kill one of the babies, and I said no, and
no.
he shot the babies.
Ooh, yo, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Ew. I'm sorry. I just look at this. Just real quick. I'm sorry. Ew. Hold on. This is scared the shit out of me. Hold on. I'm sorry. This is a real sidebar. I looked up her name, and guess what the fuck popped up? Ooh, nigga. God, speed. Who the fuck? No, wrong one. Hold on. Get out of here. Who the hell is that, son? Hold on. Oh, y'all can't see it. Y'all can't see. Look at this shit. Look at this. I'm sorry. She looks like she just scared the shit. Look at that. Hold on. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Oh, hell, I might get flagged for showing that shit. Nigga, did you see that? Whew. Whew, mama. God bless my spirit. Did y'all see that shit? That is Jeepers Creepers right there. Did y'all see that? Lord have mercy. Get deep behind me, Satan. Oh shit, scared the shit out of me, man. Nigga. Now I'm sleeping with the lights on tonight. Cause that image, that shit ain't going, that shit is branded into my motherfucking psyche right now. Excuse me for all the cursing. But nah, man, that ain't right. Like, two ugly people should not come together, man, and procreate, man. Y'all should not bump pelvises and create something like that. God bless her soul, man, because she beat millions of sperm cells to hit the egg. She was chosen for a reason, but bitch, you is hideous. Lord have mercy. God bless her, man. That's a Jabla the Hutt face ugly motherfucker. I hope this ain't her mom's. Yeah, I ain't gonna say I resemble. No. You look very, very cuter than her. But let's continue. Shit.
He shot that baby. The baby had to be no more than 5 or 6. He shot that baby. He was like, pop, 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 pop. And he told me, pick up the knife. I thought he gonna kill me. So I picked up the knife and I was just
For
the body
real.
of the baby. And I remember celebrities, certain celebrities that was there. They blindfolded me, but I can hear the voices. They had a knife, a corkscrew, a candle, a spoon.
Ooh, Lord.
The knife was like a steak knife, a butter knife. They had a broken champagne glass. And a cigar. And each of them had to stick something in me. And the faces I do remember seeing is, and it's not allegedly, I saw Bill Cosby light the cigar, okay, I just want to say that the God that I serve is an awesome God because I survived this. And God helped me still where I couldn't move, but I was conscious. I can't explain it. Bill Cosby lit that cigar and he did what he did to me.
Ooh, Lord, that's ugly, son.
These are the things that I tune out.
Ooh.
Okay, so he had a cigar and he lit it and he put it out on my area. I remember Jennifer Lopez saying she didn't want to do it. She was there with another guy and she did it really hard and she stabbed me with the champagne. I was screaming, going crazy. I think I started moving and they blindfolded me and I couldn't see what the rest of them did to me. And I remember we were all in a room with candles and we had to call on like Belle, Oshun. I don't want to say their name, but they know who they are. And whatever drug that they had us on, you can see what appeared in the light. And I promise, like I'm not lying. It's a spiritual warfare going on. These people conjured up these Baal, they conjured up Oshun, they conjured up everything. When it's my turn, I just kept saying Jesus Christ, and they said, "What is she doing? Like she can't call on him." And then they said I couldn't say Christ, so I just kept saying Jesus, 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 and it appeared in the light. I don't know what drugs they had us on, but we all saw it, and they called me a witch, and they beat me to death. They beat me.
Just take a minute, Misha, and just take a breath. I think you've done so well.
Your mic's a bit disturbed, Ron. It's like making vibrational noises.
I'm trying
Misha, we're just gonna, you're such a brave person. You know, to tell your story and to relive this, and everyone's saluting your bravery right now. It's all just love and respect in the comments. Let's just take a break from the horror for a second, and I'm just gonna ask you some questions away from the horror.
So sis, that right there. We're gonna keep going because Jaguar, she about to jump on. I just wanna let that marinate for a minute. Let's let it marinate for a second. Let it sizzle. I'm going with the consensus here. A lot of people saying that she's lying, and let me check some. It's 902 people, 215 likes. I need everybody, the 700 and something people who hasn't hit the like button, please hit the like button now. It like that. It should be 900 some likes. Like all 700, whatever that hasn't hit the like button, just hit it one time, and I will gladly appreciate you. But somebody is saying no tears, and I had to look in and zoom in and see if there's any tears. I don't see none, but I have to say, some people might yoga stretch the truth. They might stretch the shit. You know what I mean? Stretch it, but is there some truth to what she's saying? I want to know, because I was going back and forth getting some damn pumpkin pie. I missed the point where she was how old she was. All right, she said in the ninth grade, so she had to be like 15, 16, 17. So this incident that happened, this happened when she was like what? How old she was when this happened. Let me look in the chat, because I'm trying to figure out. So at the end of the day, they had you on the jet and this and the third. Why they didn't kill you? They let you live after that? These are the questions, not to undermine your story, but it's like, okay, they let you live. You know what I mean? I don't know. You said Jag is a hater. Oh shit, she is stretching something. All right, you is stupid. I hope you ain't talking about cocaine. Okay, but let's keep it moving, man, because I know we got ADHD. They be like, come on, man, play the damn video, man. Hurry up. All right, so let's go.
So, how old are you when this happened?
Oh,
and also,
God, thank you. I'm this. You know what? Thank you. Thank you for the question, brother.
To be at that age and to hear about.
I was 10. I didn't get back home until I was 11.
Wait, you know what?
11. I was 10 when I left. I didn't get back till I was 11.
What?
Okay, so you're 10, and this guy Diddy is this huge star. I mean, for someone who's 10 years old, what did you think of him before you met him and found out what he was really like?
I thought he was a mogul, and I thought he could make you famous. He did it for Biggie. He did it for Mary J. Blige. He did it for all these artists. I didn't know that the music industry is dark like this. I didn't know, but then I did know, because before I left, they was teaching me witchcraft, like making music over the water. They gave me a book, because King James, before he wrote the Bible, he has another book. They was giving me that book to like read it, to do spells. So I was thinking of it as like Harry Potter in my mind or something. Like, I wasn't thinking it was demonic. I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
So is it a method they employed, that they tell kids they're going to make them stars, or they're going to give their careers a rise up? Is that the kind of thing they did at Blowing Smoke?
Yeah, they tell you that they're going to make you big. He told me he was going to bring me out when I turned 20. But they tell you that they're going to make you a star. They tell you that they promise you a lot of things, and you don't get nothing took from you, because he wants.
Are you kidding me, man?
Your innocence. He wants your creativity, and he wants power over you. So that's why he do the things he do, is for power.
What the fuck?
And you were just 10. So you said you were stuck there until you was 11. You were stuck there for a year?
Yeah, because how my birthday works, like right now I'm 33, but in December I turn 34.
I'll put the damn muscle.
All right. So how soon after you were introduced to them did the horrors start? Was there a period where they were nice to you first, or did it get really bad quite quickly?
Well, everything was bad to me. Even with Clyde Davis, everything was bad to me. Because when they come back and I'm standing talking about it.
Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. So 10 years old. This is a liquor bottle. Now it got spikes and shit in there. And you as a 10-year-old girl, the jelly beans, see how the 10 years old and jelly beans come into play? I'm starting to relive this shit. And I'm like, yo, it is not adding up. So you're 10 years old and she stuck inside your vagina and you're able to have kids? Because I'm looking at her Instagram. We could go there too. I'm pretty sure y'all seen it. But we'll go there for those who haven't seen her page. You got... That was crazy.
I tuned out. He was there too. He did something to me. But it was so traumatizing to me that I don't want to remember it. I don't remember eating. I remember drinking my own urine and having to eat feces. And it was nothing good about it. It was nothing good about it other than after they, like, I have to fight through the high to perform or something like that. But it was nothing good about it. It was nothing good. It was nothing good. Even if he was nice to me, it was nothing good.
So among the young people who were going through these horrors at the time, was Justin Bieber one of those young people who was experiencing these horrors?
I didn't meet him until like the 2003, 2004, but yes, he has experienced that. He made Justin Bieber do things to me and made me do things back to Justin Bieber.
Damn, son.
And how old were you at that point?
I had to be either, because I ended up coming back home from the first incident and I ran away back to him when I was 13.
Nick, you know,
so
what?
were you?
Were
you able to, like? You say you had to do these things for each other. Does that mean that like you guys were enemies, or were you able to make friends with Justin?
I mean, they would just use me as like a bucket.
What?
He was just using me as a bucket. Even his sons. If God could take me down, like God could strike me down. Even his sons, Justin and King. Quincy was there too. But he would use me as a bucket. And other young artists, I haven't named their names. But they would use me as a bucket. If I recall, I remember them having to hold his arms. Quincy had to record. We were all underage.
You know you know what she kind of reminded me of? I think she's trying to be a Jaguar Wright. You know what I'm saying? I think she's trying to say the most outlandish things, but it's not meshing the way that Jaguar Wright is. See, I was there when Jay-Z and Beyonce were at the Diddy parties. I was there. And you know how she be spazzing. But you're not no Jaguar Wright. She's trying to come off like a Jaguar. And you're not. But let's continue. You know I ain't that funny. But goddamn it, this just don't make no sense. This is retarded. And I'm sorry. And I reached out to her. Hopefully she'll come on while I'm live. Because I told her, look, if you get this message, please join the conversation because this shit don't make no sense.
He always keep us drugged. I remember they hurt me real bad in the back, the part where I do number 2 at. And he told me, I told him I was in pain. And he told me, oh, you in pain? You want to get your revenge back? And I was like, yeah. And he made me do it back to Justin. And Justin was screaming. He was crying.
Unbelievable, man.
So I was going to ask if you and the other young people could like plan to escape, but if they were using substances on you, I imagine that the substances kept you trapped.
Yeah, they did. And every time I did try to escape, I told a person my real age. They always brought it to his me with him. Nobody cared, if that makes sense, or nobody cared. Nobody really cared. Or even if they did get me away from him, I ended up back with him.
Why?
That's what I was going to say. So earlier you said you managed to get away when you was 11. How did they get you back?
I ran the way back to him. I met this lady. She used to be a model in the model industry. She's on drugs now. She was on drugs then, and she was saying she was a model, and I was telling her I wanted to go back. Like I rode the bus, and I was like, I'm trying to get back to P Diddy. You know how to get to New York, and like that's how I got back. We hitchhiked.
What?
I hitchhiked with people I didn't know, and they got me back to New York.
Oh, from where?
All right, so explain what happened then. So at 11, you got out, and then what was your life like when you got out for a bit?
I was traumatized. I was obsessed with. I felt like I joined their cult because I had to eat. He was telling me the reason why I'm saying I was eating people because it could have been raw meat, but he told me I was eating people. Like he killed the little brown boy and the skin was brown. So I'm thinking I'm eating the little slave kids that were in the thing with me. And we did drink blood. So I felt like I was in that cult.
So are you saying, okay, so I understand they were brainwashing you and terrifying you and manipulating you. So after you managed to get free at age 11, did you feel so brainwashed that you went back? Is that why you went back?
I went back because I felt like I've been through all this and I'm at home. I told my grandmother what happened to me. She talked to me and was all like, I'm not taking go do no police report. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. She always, every time I do something wrong, she'd be like, it's because you drunk the blood. And they used to be like, I was going to hell. You ate the people and drunk the blood. That's why. And then my best friend will be over there. And she didn't want to eat meat in my house because my granny was like, we all eat people. Like she was just being funny. And I feel like they talked about me really bad.
The hills have eyes. These are the you know One Eye Willie from the Goonies, the ugly creature. I don't know if she's a part of that family. Like One Eye Willie got his own family. She comes from that batch. Like who in the fuck operates like that? You 10 years old and you managed to escape at 11, and I think she's from Oakland or some shit like that. So when you finally get back, mysteriously, you made it back, and your grandmother says she's not going to call the police. She didn't secure you, didn't make sure you was all right, took you to the hospital, rape kits, and you wasn't even on the news. They ain't asked the cops where you were. Like, all of this stuff don't make sense, son. Where is she from, y'all? Where is she from? Where is she from? Where is she from? Where she's from? She's from California, right? Where's she from? These are Texas, Oakland. These bitches, she's not from Oakland. She's from Texas. So, excuse me for the LA. Listen. I don't want y'all niggas trying to find my ass. I'ma shoot you. But I'm just saying, respect to the Oakland motherfuckers. But this is a serious case of retardedism. All right? This is clout chasing. This is irrational. This is sad, number one. This is a social experiment, number two. I don't know if she's paid. Somebody is saying this is Lion B's fault. I'll say this. I don't know the guy or anything. No shots taken, but I ain't ducking nothing. He got enough views, enough subscribers and all that. So salute me. I always congratulate people. I'm just saying, I'm not saying he's doing it, but from the consensus, what I'm getting from everybody, I would just say, no matter how much subscribers or views, always vet the person that you're going to interview. Don't just jump out the window for views and stuff like that just to have something go viral, because at the end of the day, I'm not saying this is going to happen. Your reputation is on the line. All you got is your rep. So regardless of the fact, vet these people. Listen to the logic that comes out of their mouths, and you could determine whether you interview them or you put it out or not. This right here, this is some spacely sprocket shit. This bitch eat gravel. She eat gravel for lunch. And if she's watching, baby, I'm sorry. I just can't. But I can't believe 10 years old this happened, and you was able to mysteriously get back to Texas, and your grandmother tell you she's not gonna call police and she's not gonna get rape kits and check you out, and you eating blood and eating people and all. And no news coverage, no nothing. Oh, you're not dead. Like I'm sorry. I can't believe this shit. She's coming up. We gonna keep it moving. But again, no shot at Lionel B. I ain't one of those type dudes. I'm just saying, if this is what it is, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna skip all the way to Jaguar Wright now. We're gonna go to Jaguar Wright. All right, we're gonna do that. Space Cadet, yes, Space Lee Sprocket too. Shout out to the Jetsons. For those who didn't know where that came from. We're gonna skip because I'm tired of this bitch. I heard enough. Let's go to Jaguar Wright, man. And shout out to Sean Atwood as well. Salute.
And I mean, I've said myself that I have no doubt in my mind that they spoke with someone who had been there. So I just
Yeah, it's true. They took it from my police statement.
Interesting. What year was that?
That was 2012.
Okay. Now, you said something very interesting the other day. And let's just be clear. Neither one of us have spoken online, offline, other than with Natanya, correct?
I've seen you. What I told Adrian is that I seen you in the club, and I remember you speaking about what the Cuban good and stuff, and
You
that
said it was a strip. You said it was a strip club in Dallas.
in North Dallas. Yeah, it's called Dallas Cabaret. Dallas Cabaret North and Dallas Cabaret South.
Cabaret. And this was, you remember it specifically, it was in 2012.
Yeah, because that's when I was living in the Holland Hills in Oak Cliff. That's why I'm standing in Oak Cliff. And
that would be unfortunate.
You weren't
exactly
there?
Exactly when was it that you were in the mental hospital?
That was like in 2005. I was there. 2005, 2006, something like that. That's when I got back home. That's how I got home, because they was trying to
Sweetheart,
book
I
me.
need to inform you of some very real information about me, which can be easily charted on my Instagram. I've been traveling, performing, and living in many different various places all over the world. I did not decide to move to Dallas, Texas until 2016. Now, I did start working and gigging and recording in Dallas before 2016, when I first started frequenting it in 2014, after I left Philadelphia with my family. And see, I had moved me and my son to Shreveport, Louisiana. Now, in between that time, I took a contract with Dwayne Wiggins, doing film and television production and recording and sound. In 2015, my son was arrested. I came back to Philadelphia. I got my family together. We moved to Dallas in 2016, and Giovanni came to follow later that fall. Sweetheart, I was nowhere near Dallas, North Dallas, or a strip club in 2012 at all. Matter of fact, I was spending more time in Miami and Paris, nowhere near Texas.
Yeah, but you have a twin out there that talked about.
Hey, I'm not gonna do too much interjecting here. So the ones that said, you said that Donnie Robinson is the reason Misha logged out. Okay. Where's the video where he called the mother and the mother was explaining some things? I need somebody to send me that information. All right. If anybody can DM me or let me know if y'all put it in the chat so I could click the link. All right. And I'm gonna open the floor too. Again, it's 1,300 people. Hopefully, all 1,300 of y'all will subscribe to the platform. 1,300 people, and it's only 300 and something likes. Everybody, it's not gonna hurt. Please make sure you hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to the platform yet, please subscribe. I will gladly appreciate y'all. Okay, Nitty, I guess somebody please make sure y'all put it in there and let me know. It's Donnie Robinson that called Misha's mother. I'm trying to find that person's channel. All right, let's go. I'm not gonna talk too much. Somebody please send that to me or put it in the chat so I can click on it.
Same thing you talked about.
Wait a
But
second.
okay.
Wait a second. I am telling you that story that you're telling about me as fact and true that you have repeated on several platforms now. It's not possible. It never happened.
To who? That I never talked to you?
No, not in 2012, not at a strip club.
Oh, I don't know what year.
Dallas.
2012 is the year I think that I signed the paper.
That's what you've been saying. Repeat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the year I remember them contacting me. But I was having conversations with various people in the club because, like, celebrities, Stevie J,
Do you understand how
and everybody was like coming to that club. A lot of people came to that club.
I know who hangs out at Cabaret, and the reason why I know the girls at the strip club was because after I moved to Dallas in 2016, I was Lyft driving, and I always drove the girls home at night.
Yeah.
But see, that was 2016.
So is it possible then that it's just a mix of timelines or jagged memories, overlapping from, I don't know.
No, I'm saying flat out, she never met me or spoke to me at all. I do not know her. The only time I've ever spoken to this young woman was with Natanya. I had nothing but positive things to say, and I still feel the same way. I do not believe you should be doing all that you're doing. I think you need to get counseling.
Yeah, I do need counseling.
I think you need to get in serious therapy immediately. I think you're doing yourself great harm. Do you realize that the things that you're sitting here admitting on camera, online, unaliving babies and cannibalism and such?
I'm going to tell you this. I told the police. They said I was in survival mode. It's the truth. It's the truth. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie.
Police will tell you anything
to
get you to admit things so that they can use them against you later in prosecution. I'm asking.
Well, why didn't they prosecute me then when I was crying and I was telling them what I went through?
Sweetheart, you ain't got to put it on for me.
But they sent me home. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or come anyway, but they sent me home. They sent me home. I told them. Why didn't they go arrest him when I told them what he was doing? Why didn't they arrest him? And when they was coming in,
all of these interviews that you're doing yourself great harm.
Yeah, probably am. But after I get my way, I'm not.
The things that you're saying are gut wrenching for people
It's the
to listen
truth.
to. Yes, they're gut-wrenching for people to listen to, so I can only imagine what it's like for you to keep swallowing and digesting this over and over again. It's literally bordering abuse.
I understand what you're saying because I go back and I read the video. I look at the videos.
I know you do, and I implore you to stop. They are not positive.
None of them, not even the one we was praying on. None of them.
People online are here to feast on your pain and use it for entertainment and clicks and views and dollars. That is not what you need. You need
I need help. I'm calling out for help.
You need therapy. You need help, real help. And that's something that content creators cannot give you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, whatever lawyer you have, everything you're saying is going to make it very hard for him to defend you in the future. And guess what? This footage will be here
forever.
You're not helping yourself.
They already talked about what was out.
I'm gonna say something real quick. I'll say, like, far as Jaguar Wright, like, and she's proving certain things that Mesha or Misha, she can't fully articulate, and I have some doubts with what she's saying. I will say that Jaguar Wright is not a victim of certain things that a lot of these. Oh well, I don't want to say a lot of these certain females that were a victim, like let's just give her as an example. If these things happen to her at that age, Jaguar, I don't think she ever physically been assaulted. Has she ever said she been physically raped and done like that in the industry? I don't think so. But she was partaking in certain things in the industry. I'll just say, and I could be wrong, but however, I'll just say that there's room for people who has their own experience in the industry, and some may come out. I don't know if Jag wants to take all of the spotlight as her being the industry whisperer or the whistleblower, but there's other people who actually experience these things and they are coming forward. And Jaguar, your name, you are quoted. You are you are a legend in these YouTube streets right now. So regardless of anything, you know what I'm saying, you already up there, but there's always going to be someone who has a story too. Everybody has a story. So you know, I don't know, but let's continue, because it can't just be one. There's many people who knows the industry. You just articulated very, very well and has in very good insight, but there are other people in you can't be the only face of exposing the industry. There was many before you, and there's gonna be many while you here and after. But let's continue.
They already
Not
know.
helping yourself. And the
By
amount
speaking
of
the truth.
pressure,
Hold on real
the
quick.
amount of pressure that is about to lap on you. I don't think you, sweetheart, I literally came
Okay,
here
thank you, sweetie.
as a gesture of love, because when I see somebody going down a dangerous path when
The link
they're
in the chat.
about,
Where's the link?
oh no. I don't think you understand, my dear.
I understand what you're saying because my mom said the same thing, but
Sweetheart,
at
no,
the end of the
sweetheart,
day, it's the truth.
sweetheart, what you're doing to yourself, it is cruel. It is cruel. Okay?
For real. But she really still popping pills and all that shit.
I'm trying to find it. Where's the link, sweetie? I can't
Still
find the
get high.
link.
Understand?
Probably
Do you understand what I'm
In
do
the
do you hear what you're listening
Damn,
to?
Chrissy.
Okay.
I have 3 witnesses outside of that. That's you gonna be proud of me, Jackie. Right now, the most important thing for you to do is disassociate from Misha. Already done. Before you said it, already been done. Okay. She gonna fail tomorrow, watch, because she's too high strung. She probably gonna pop a couple
She the
pills.
one that told my story first. Miss Jaguar, I really don't care what Adrian got to say because I told her don't get on live and don't say anything. Don't say nothing. I was venting to her. She shouldn't have went live and said nothing. I went for her to help. She didn't help. She reached back out to me because she knows the truth. The truth.
Great content needs a great audience, like Stretch Armstrong needs to be stretched. Yeah!
Come out whether that, or in the court. But you're right. That's why I was telling him I really don't want to do any more lives because it's not helping. I'm thinking I can release and talk about it, but it's not helping. But people in the world need to be aware of the things that's going on.
This is not healthy. This is not therapy.
I get it
Prostrating
now.
everything that happened to you before a group and a pit of vultures is not helping you.
It's not, but it happened to me, and I've been shut up all my life. I've been shut up all my life. They've been telling me to shut up.
The woman that brought you online is now contradicting everything you're saying.
That's her.
She fired Lionel, and now you're being represented by him. There are conflicts of interest in this thing out the wazoo. Please stop this now. Adria has said things that she's witnessed about drug use regarding you. I don't know what's real
Drug
and
use she
what's not.
regards me. She saw me because I don't.
Hold on,
What drugs she saw me do?
Hold up.
I
Let me get hit up.
Other than me send her Bible scripture. Other than me pray with her.
All right, then tell me about Yellow Beezy's house. You being at Yellow Beezy's house.
I told her incident where he saw when Diddy told them to kill me. That's what I said. I didn't tell her get on live and repeat that. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know nothing about Yellow Beezy house. She know about it. Tell her where the spot's at. Since she knows so much. I don't know nothing about that.
You just said Diddy did what at Yellow Beezy's house?
I said, I told her that he's telling people to kill me. I was staring at him.
You know that house is a trap house.
Is it? It's because it's not a house.
Why were you there?
Because I live in the same place.
Well, look, let me just put a pin in this for just now, because I think a lot of things are getting brought up.
What about Adrian trying to save Anthony Galloway when he was a fucking pimp to her and me? What about that? She don't want to. No, we're not gonna lie. We're gonna tell the truth. We're gonna tell the truth. We're gonna tell the truth. She want to lie. She want to cover herself because she got scared yesterday. Even off me and her, we talk every day, and she already
get scared.
Because she knew how old I was, and she used me as blackmail to get a fucking apartment that didn't get paid up for 6 months. She got scared because her and Anthony came up with this idea. They got on. He became a model. She started going to Miami. She started being the main girl freak off. Her and Superhead were into it. I remember all this stuff.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. I'm going to put a pin in this just now. We're kind of touching on topics and areas where
you can discredit me. I got her recording a minute in. I got recorded. See, everybody playing chess think I'm playing checkers. I got her recorded. I got her recorded I recorded our conversations. So she can discredit me all she wants. She's recorded. Well, girl, I know, but what we're gonna tell the people don't need to know this. The people don't need to know this. The people don't need to know this. We're just gonna put this narrative. She did this, not me. I told her don't talk about me because I need a lawyer. Okay, I found somebody to represent me. I gotta wait till after the holidays, and then after I get my lawyer I already know. I send him each video.
Protesting going
all right,
on
so
in the chat.
I don't know if my mic wasn't working before, if it is now. But let's just put a pin in this.
Now, look. Let me just say this, man. I did not know this was coming. Let me give y'all a quick backstory. I was just on the phone right before I went live. I was just on the phone with Adria English. Now, what we just heard, I didn't even hear the whole thing because I'm in the other room trying to call her. Now, I'm not gonna give you the full story, but I'll just say I haven't spoke to Adrian in weeks. So when I'm hearing this and I'm looking at certain clips, titles, and it's saying Mesha, Misha, and Adria and Jaguar. So what we just heard, I didn't hear yet. So I called her like, "Yo, you heard of Misha?" And she's like, "So you calling me to tell? Like, why are you calling me?" So I kind of took a little offense. I'm not gonna lie, like. Because I know you've been making your rounds with interviews and shit popping. I'm thinking she's acting brand new. Now I get why she was acting like that because of this interview. And I'm like, yo, what's up? And I just hung up on her and blocked her. Because I'm like, I ain't speak to you in like a good 2 weeks. We've been exchanging texts and shit like that, but not really on the phone talking. I'm like, yo, is she acting brand new? And I just hung up on her and fucking blocked her. This is literally before I came live. So I don't know, but now I get it. So hopefully she'll hit me back. If she don't, I mean, I don't sweat people, man. I really don't. But I get it. I think she probably thought I was calling to create something of, I don't know, but just how she was acting, I'm like, is she acting brand new? And I just hung the fuck up. I'm not even gonna lie, because I don't sweat. No, I don't give a fuck. I don't sweat people like that. You know what I mean? I've been walking this road alone for a long time, and anyway, I'm not gonna talk crazy. I just listen for those who I just want to bring it back a little bit because I really missed it. I was trying to call her. I didn't hear it too much, so I'm just gonna bring it back just a little bit, if y'all don't mind, for my sanity, so I can hear it, and then we could keep it pushing, man. But yeah, I see if she hopefully she'll call. If not, then hey, it is what it is. It was cool. I just thought she was acting brand new for some reason. Like, this, all right, bye. Like, okay. But salute to her, man, because we always been on the up and up. I fuck with her son, Cody. That's a little homie. So, but you know, public apology just in case, because I didn't, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna bring it back a little bit. All right, I'll bring it back just a little bit because I need to hear what happened. Thank you everybody for being patient with me. I'll bring it back just a tad bit. Thank you, y'all. Appreciate you.
Things that she's witnessed about drug use regarding you. I don't know what's real
Drug
and
use she
what's not.
regards me. She saw me because I don't. What drug she saw me do? Other than me send her Bible scripture, other than me praying with her.
All right, then tell me about Yellow Beezy's house. You being at Yellow Beezy's house.
I told her an incident where he saw when Diddy told them to kill me. That's what I said. I didn't tell her get on live and repeat that. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know nothing about Yellow Beezy's house. She know about it. Tell her where the spot's at. Since she knows so much. I don't know nothing about that.
You just said Diddy did what at Yellow Beezy's house?
I said, I told her that he's telling people to kill me. I was staring at him.
You know that house is a trap house.
Is it? It's because it's not a house.
Why were you there?
Because I live in the same place.
Well, look, let me just put a pin in this for just now, because I think a lot of things are getting brought up.
What about Adrian trying to save Anthony Galloway when he was a fucking pimp to her and me? What about that? She don't want to. No, we're not gonna lie. We're gonna tell the truth. We're gonna tell the truth. We're gonna tell the truth. She want to lie. She want to cover herself because she got scared yesterday. Even off me and her, we talk every day, and she already
get scared.
Because she knew how old I was, and she used me as blackmail to get a fucking apartment that didn't get paid up for 6 months. She got scared because her and Anthony came up with this idea. They got on. He became a model. She started going to Miami. She started being a main girl freak off. Her and Superhead were into it. I remember all this stuff.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. I'm going to put a pin in this just now. We're kind of touching on topics and areas where
you discredit me. I got her recording a minute in. I got recorded. See, everybody playing chess think I'm playing checkers. I got her recorded. I got her recorded I record our conversations. So she can discredit me all she want. She's recorded. Well, girl, I know, but what we're gonna tell the people don't need to know this. The people don't need to know this. The people don't need to know this. We're just gonna put this narrative up. She did this, not me. I told her don't talk about me because I need a lawyer. Okay, I found somebody to represent me. I gotta wait till after the holidays, and then after I get my lawyer already know. I send them each video.
Protesting going.
All right, so I don't know if my mic wasn't working before, if it is now, but let's just put a pin in this whole narrative just for a second. I think a lot of the topics that are being brought up here weren't really ones that perhaps Misha expected to be thrown to her.
Hold on. Y'all know I am special. Thank you, Chrissy, the one that put the link in there. You listen. Hold on, love. You is fine in the motherfucker, girl. I licked the sweat off your elbow. Thank you for sending the link, though. You all right now? You fine over there, Christina? Something. Well, the fuck. Woo, bleak. But let's continue. Thank you for sending the link, sweetheart. Y'all know I'm retarded, but let's go.
And I just want to sort of just de-escalate this for a second.
Well, I'm not upset. I want to get clarity.
I got upset at Adria because she already taken me.
Has been drugged into this.
And I didn't tell her to get on there. I told her that in confidence. I said, I don't know Jaguar. She didn't know who I was. They was just telling a story. I just told, and she got on there and well, let's talk about this. And that, because she's high in the car. I didn't tell her to do that. I was on there. I really started scratching like, I don't want to talk about this. Supposed to be the sign and leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. She kept talking. Okay, now she talking and we on live, and I did say that. So I will say that I said the things that I've said. And I said the things that I've said, you know, and I can admit that I said it, but it was not for her to use my story, or not for her every conversation we have to get on live or get on somebody's podcast and tell people. It's supposed to, I was confiding in her. And the confiding is, you remember me, right? Because I was crying for this girl. I wanted to go. I looked at her as a mother. I was crying for her. And she left me with him. She got her apartment. We did get jumped. We did. We got jumped. She was mad at me. And she told me I couldn't go upstairs because I was trying to run away to her. She left me multiple times. And I still not necessarily befriend her, but I still associated myself with her because she is my proof. I've been screaming on the inside for so long. And I've been talking, that guy says, speak.
I'm sorry, I'm just monitoring the chat. It's a bad habit. I've been dealing with these things online for so long.
But hold on.
Jag, let me ask you
Let me say this too. As much as I was speaking to Adria, and me and her spoke on too many occasions, and we had long conversations about a lot of stuff. And Misha's name never came up. Never came up. And me and Adrian, we spoke frequently. I never heard Misha's name came up. I heard the other girl. Damn, I forgot her name. It was a picture of her, the one that was giving her the money from Puffy would give. Damn, I'm trying to remember her name. Trick, some whatever her fucking name is. Puffy was giving her the money, and she was giving Adria and some Puerto Rican girl the money after, you know, they fucking these people. So, but I never heard of Misha. So I don't know. This is kind of crazy. This is kind of crazy. But let's continue. I ain't gonna talk your head up. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of what you're throwing at Misha tonight is based off of her memories.
You were saving people.
Her memories.
I remember it was like something. It was something like where you could get dressed behind it. I remember stuff.
So
I never said you hurted nobody. I said you helped. That's what I told her. I told her that you were helping.
When did I help you? Because I don't know you, ma'am. This is the
You
problem
keep
that
saying, but that's the narrative. Everybody gonna say they don't know me. Okay, I don't know you. You don't know me, Jaguar, and I apologize for even bringing your name up. I apologize for even bringing your name up because I don't know you.
Let me just interject.
I'm gonna need you to produce evidence of something.
Yeah, let me
real.
Only once I get into it.
I need to say something for one moment without interruption.
I will. My only evidence is that police report that Alec has, and she gave it to the insurance people to keep it for the court.
And my name is involved in that somehow.
So whenever I get in contact with her, because you witnessed stuff, so you are on it for witnessing stuff.
What?
What did you witness?
Right, I don't know. Listen,
I don't want to keep talking about it. I'll give you my number. We can talk off the line.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone can hear me. I don't know if my mic's working. Can anyone hear me? Can someone just let me know if they can hear me?
This is very troubling for me. I hear you, Ron.
Okay, you hear me?
It's
Okay.
serious if I call you Ron.
Yeah, so answer me this, Jag, right? So a lot of this is stemming off of this memory that Misha is saying she has of meeting you, which you say you've no recollection of.
No,
is it not? No. That's fine. I understand that. So in your experience with being a survivor, right, and you have these memories, and you have people who start pulling things apart. Have you never experienced a time where you have believed solidly that something has happened, but the trauma, the medication, the alcohol, the baby oil, all of this
Yeah,
can just
that
warp things to a
kind
point.
of. I thought I was
Can
dead.
warp
I couldn't
things.
believe I was alive.
I mean, because
That's how I
I
felt.
think,
I had been
are you
passed out
not?
and bleeding out in the trunk of that car for so long.
No,
When
no,
they came and
I
took me
get.
out, I thought I was dead. I didn't even realize I
So,
was still
so
alive.
all I'm saying is it not? Is it not more likely that when we look at the slice of all the information Misha's put over, is it not possible? Is there not room for discussion that perhaps that memory is a fragmented memory? It could have been
Do you want to
a
know why I don't discuss all of the abuses against me in detail online?
well, no, that's not what I was asking.
No, do you want to know why?
Because it can be used, probably because it can be used against you.
Agent already
No,
put it out there.
Yep.
I was just talking
no,
about the stuff that she put
no,
out there, but I haven't talked about everything.
no, no. Please let me speak.
Okay.
I haven't talked about everything.
Please let me speak, ma'am. I don't talk about them because they're horrific. I don't
Yeah,
even like thinking about them. The night terrors that I still experience to this day traumatize me even still at times when I'm caught off guard. All of my years of therapy and self
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store.
work have taught me sharing the details of these stories can do nothing more than hurt or enrage someone else's mind.
But would you not also say though, Jag, at the start when you were reliving this and telling these stories, that was part of your process and
I was
journey and
gang
breaking
raped
through
by
it?
5 men who came through my door with guns, and they stayed for just over 2 days. The scar right here, just under my cheek, it's very light now. That's where they put the cigarette out of my face. I know what urine tastes like. I know what feces tastes like. They did both in my mouth.
Damn, son. What?
I was
It,
cut, I was beaten, and I was burned. And guess what? That's me keeping it light, G.
yeah, well, yeah, I understand
Do
that.
you want to know
that
why me telling all of that is pointless? Because it has nothing to do with who I am right now.
yeah, but I don't think that's.
But see, but then on certain instances, you will talk about other people who's going through or went through some of those similar instances, and you are exposing their business, and some of them have never came out themselves. But I'll say this: like, I respect Jaguar, I do. On a lot of things, I agree with her with. But you was a part of that shit too. Bilal was a freaking. He was a part of a lot of shit too. A lot of y'all had your own clique. There was a lot of stuff going on in that industry. So there's things that you could be, and this is all allegedly though, but this is speculation. It could be some things that you're gatekeeping. You know what I mean? Certain things that you may not, you may was unaware, but due to being high or drugged or slipped the Mickey in your drink. Certain things could have happened that maybe somebody know and you haven't. And you know what I'm saying? Everybody, we all have a long-term and short-term memory. And some things you may forget. Somebody may have to bring that shit up in an all click at one point. But it could be some things that Jaguar could be hiding. I'm not sure. If there's a lot that you know, and you only give a percent, a small percentage, or a nice percentage of revealing some of the truths, what about the other half of what you're not revealing? You understand what I'm saying? I don't know, but I'm not gonna talk y'all too long. But I'll say this: I'm doing my live right. When it hit the 2 hour mark, I'm gonna get off and come literally right back on, and we're gonna continue. It's not up another half an hour, and we're gonna come right back live. So hopefully y'all come back. All right, but let's continue. I ain't gonna talk your head off. And I'm gonna open the floor too after this when I come back on. we can open the floor, and I'm gonna play more videos as well. All right, about this.
So what? The point of what I was saying was, it's not about who you are right now. It's about who you were at the beginning when you were dealing with all this, when you were coming out, when you were telling your story.
Yeah, no.
You were,
I never told this to anyone. I didn't discuss any of this with anyone. It is gaudy and it is unnecessary. And it is something that should be kept between the confidence of a lawyer or your therapist. This is not for public consumption.
do you not feel that it's almost...
My reason for coming here is this young woman has sat in here on several occasions, online, on different places, saying that she had this meeting with me, that I talked to her, that I did this. She gave details. I asked her about the details. It's not possible. It's not that I don't recollect it. I'm saying it never happened.
What the hell that's supposed to mean?
I get that,
And
but do
she's
you maybe think...
convinced. She's convinced.
I get that though, but do you not think that
No, did you not
perhaps...
just sit here and play the blink twice game? Oh, you know what? I wish I never said your name. Yeah, everyone has to pretend like they never met me. No, sweetheart, I never met you
But
until
do you
I
not
saw
think
you
that
on the
do you not think that could have been a knee-jerk reaction to it being addressed on a public
No,
platform out of
I
the blue?
don't, because she's been telling this story with confidence
Well,
on
yeah, but
several
confidence. Okay,
platforms.
okay, but
I
do
have
you think...
25 content creators right now doing polls in their chat saying, is Jag the mastermind behind Adria and Misha?
Well, yeah, I get that, but at the same time,
No. Do you really get
that
that? Do you really get
that's...
all of the hate mail that I'm getting? All of the lies, people saying that I'm scamming, that I'm behind this. Meanwhile, Lionel B is running around being everybody's YouTube manager, charging people anywhere from $1,000 to $2,500 a pop, taking percentages while sitting there teaching these girls how to negotiate views per clicks on AdSense. But I'm the scam artist.
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, to be honest,
I have nothing to do
what
with
you're
it.
saying about
Do you know how wild
Lionel...
it is? Do you know how wild it is to live the life that I live and wake up in the middle of a whole conspiracy I have nothing to do with? Literally.
Yeah, the
They were
internet's a bit
saying
of a
that
mad
these were
place.
my witnesses. These aren't my witnesses. I didn't say I had 3 Diddy witnesses on Pierce Morgan. I said I had 3 Jay-Z witnesses. There's somebody that literally did a whole 4-hour live, and some of the members of that fan club, like Danny Lynn 678, and I said, you realize you have about 150 trolls from 4 different major content creators. I mean, not major, under 100K, who lie about me every day, sitting in this chat doing disinformation the whole way.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of part of the parcel when it comes to the internet.
No. All of these people that are sitting here lying about me in this chat have been running polls saying, Jag is the mastermind. Jag is behind them.
Yeah, but that's just madness, no?
No, that's not.
Hey, I'm gonna open the floor for those who want to get on the panel, all right? And there's other videos that I'm gonna play. And in that phone call, I'm gonna play. Thank you for sending the right one, love. With your fine ass, goddamn. But and if y'all have y'all thoughts on this, everybody, y'all can click that link. It is in the chat. It's in the chat.
Madness is called defamation and slander.
Well, yeah, but it's also the internet. I mean, you can't stop all of it, right?
I gotcha. But it's one thing to enhance.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's shit.
Another thing
it's bad.
to
Sorry.
invent it.
I mean,
work with real survivors.
Yeah, I'm not taking away from anything you're doing or your story. No, I get it. Trust me.
I just got one woman out of jail. I have another woman sitting in a mental hospital behind the Akon thing. This isn't good for them. And having people trying to paint me out to be some kind of opportunist or liar or scam artist or mastermind or what, like, this is insane.
But do you not think then, if
there's a
you're
lot of people.
representing
No, there's
Jag,
a
if you
truth.
Jag, if you're representing survivors, right? And by all means, we can see Misha's been through a lot and has her own story to tell. Do you not think that this conversation would have been handled better for her in a different way?
He has a
No, I
good point.
All right.
Because she's
Fair dues.
consistently told the same story over and over again and
Yeah.
repeated it as fact, and it's not.
I'm with you. Hey, listen, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. If you feel like you need to defend yourself and put your push back, I'm with you. I understand why that would frustrate you. I understand why you wouldn't want your name dragged into something that you're saying isn't true. I completely get that.
I got 1,000 extra comments today that I have to ignore or get rid of for something I have nothing to do with.
Well, again, though,
wishing
it's
them well
the internet
and wishing them help. Now, what I do know is there's a lot of people that have been doing disinformation on me for quite some time who used to make a lot of money, which is why they now hate you and mock you and scorn you and encourage their trolls to come over here and throw off your chat. I also know that now that I've started working with content creators like you and others, they feel very threatened because their AdSense checks are drying up because their negative Jaguar Wright content is no longer relevant. You're scavengers. But to make a meal out of these women is disgusting for all of you. You should all be ashamed of yourselves. And to make them sit there and repeat these stories over and over again, and nobody is bothered to give them any kind of psychiatric help or even ask. Forget a lie detector test. Have either of these women taken a psych eval?
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you are a schizophrenic, you come up with stories like that all the time. Trust me, I've been locked in mental hospitals with women who have been extremely convincing.
So what are you saying then? Are you saying that if somebody wants let me finish. If you're saying that somebody wants to tell their story or put their story out there as a survivor, offering a platform to do so should require a psych evaluation, and we shouldn't accept that somebody's ready to tell their story and capable of displaying that. I mean, is that what you're saying?
I do not see how her talking about feces, excrement, bodily remains, the death of infants, cannibalism, being saved, mermaids being eaten, sharks with teeth, being drowned, being beat to death, and still being alive. I don't see how any of this is going to benefit anyone who is representing her in any way.
I mean,
is it not more about what she wants?
At this point in time, y'all just sat here and watched her try to convince me that her and I had a meeting that never happened. I think it's time for her to get a psych eval. Because if she is schizophrenic, and guess what? Trauma-based psychosis is very real. If she actually went through half of the things that she said, that would be enough to drive somebody into psychosis.
But when we're trying to get to the bottom of something like this,
listen to me. I told her last night, and she told me a whole lot of things that I am not airing out.
Yeah, but I mean, we have to assume that it's possible that her memory in this instant is jarred.
I mean,
that maybe
her memory is jarred, and I'm trying to help her unjar some of it. She's never met me other than with Natanya Rubin.
Sure. Well, I'm quite happy to sit here and say
confusion.
Yeah,
and
but what I'm saying,
covering anything. See, this is what's insane. No, people in the chat. She's covering up. What is there to cover up? I don't know her.
Well, here's the thing. I don't really get why it's so important. I mean, is it not plausible that at a party when she was wherever she was or whatever age she was,
I'm telling you, I've never before a day.
No, but Jag, you're not. Just listen to me. I believe what you're saying, right? But I also believe that it's very plausible that somebody could have turned around and said, "Oh, this is Jaguar at a party, misintroducing you." She's convinced she's met somebody that she hasn't, and her misintroduction or missed memory could be something that.
There are a few people in the business that have my name. One of them is my little brother, Jaguar French. There's another dude who's an MC named Jaguar, and I know a couple of chicks that have been in the
Yeah.
All right,
business.
let's pause that because I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have seen this already. I'm gonna actually play the actual phone call right after this. Sharonda Thompson, how you doing, Queen?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Everybody that's listening right now, the link is already in the chat. If y'all want to get on the panel real quick and give y'all thoughts on this whole situation, please hit that link. The floor is open right now, so please hit that link and join. So what's your overall thoughts about this, Queen?
My overall thought is Jack is a victim, but she is a professional victim and she wants to be paid off for her trauma. If this happened to her, it can happen to anybody. She wasn't the only one. And to come on a panel and discredit that young lady, and she says she's for victims, whether they're Jay-Z victims, whether they're Puffy victims, whether they're whoever, TDJs, whoever victims. If you are a victim advocate, you don't behave like that. You
You
have a
should be
heart of
more
compassion.
compassionate.
Yeah,
Can
you have a heart of compassion, and then even if you do have discernment, which that's what Jack says, even if you do have discernment, um, if I don't believe it, if you don't have nothing nice to say, just don't say nothing. She was very cruel, very antagonistic, and it seemed like when she asked her about yellow beads, I'm looking at the chat, I guess it's a trap house in Texas or wherever,
right,
but if it's a trap house, my guess, because I do have discernment,
mhm,
Misha was there working. She was there working and she didn't want to say I was there selling tail. That's what I'm thinking. You know
right,
what I'm saying? And then she's very adamant about, as far as drug use, she's not a willing participant, meaning she's going out doing it herself. But she's never once discredited the fact that she has used it, but it was forced on her when she said the jelly beans and
yeah,
everything else. So, and when Jag was coming on to me, she was trying to question her. And another point I want to make, because I know you got other callers, Jag is also saying, "Oh, I want to get with Ali Carter." Ali Carter is a victim, and she doesn't trust anybody, and that's her defense mechanism. And with this being said, I see why. Because if she was to come into that contagious victim, whatever, her and Jag, it's a trauma bonding. If she was to come into that with Jag to me would say, "I'm hurt more than you. Look at me. Ah, ooh,
right,
you know, what I'm saying, look at my scar." And that's not the point. The point is to get justice for what's going on and to get more victim to come out and speak. But
right,
if Jag is taking that position, there are other victims out there too, because it took Cassie in order to have other victims come out and speak. But
right,
with this being done, and if I was a victim, I would just, lick my wounds and take it to God and heal in private, because you have to think that girl Misha, she has her own public life. And
right.
to come out and say your story like that,
Yeah, it
and
takes guts.
go ahead. Go
No,
ahead. This is
you
my
know,
first time on your show and I'm enjoying it. But go ahead, Mike.
no. I was just saying. I just, it takes guts. It takes courage. It
It
takes
does. It does. And just with her using her face and her name, she has an everyday life where people see her at the grocery store. And I
right,
think she did say she has one child, but your child friends will see stuff like that, and then to have doubt like that put out, now your child is going to be marked and all kinds. Jack just shouldn't have did that. And she's trying to push drugs on her. What were you doing at that house? Why, Jag? It seems like she's trying to get more information. But I understand Ali Carter, she said I'm not trying to hook up with anybody. She didn't necessarily say Jaguar's name, but
Right.
I understand completely why. Because sometimes people are listening to your story to try to poke holes in it. And the girl had just said she don't remember dates. I mean, I, I'm 52 and I got two grown kids and five grandkids. I can't remember their birthdays right now.
Right.
So, and just imagine if something traumatic happened to you, you know, you don't remember the dates and the times and things like that. And I think Jag, you know, because she's a master manipulator, she heard most of her story, and that's what she used for her ammunition to poke holes in it. Why were you there? When did it happen? But in the past, I have heard Jag say she took people from the strip clubs, and to Misha's defense, she did say she confided in whomever this other lady is. It's just so many names, I can't keep up with them. But I guess Jag gonna say I need a psychological evaluation because you can't remember her name. No, I don't know her name. It's just too much, and I'm trying to keep up, but it's just a lot. And I appreciate you taking my call, and I'm still in the chat. And when you do discontinue at
I
9,
want
I'm
to ask you
coming
some
back.
questions. I
Go
want to ask
ahead.
you some more questions, right? And I
Go ahead.
appreciate you for coming on as well.
Okay.
I feel that it's two things. Jaguar, she wasn't showing no camaraderie to what Misha was speaking upon, and I thought she would have been more compassionate,
Exactly.
more understanding, and things of that nature. Now, on the flip
And that's
side,
coming from a man, Mike. You see what I'm
right,
saying? You picked up on that.
right,
Women, we're nurturers, and you know we
I think
automatically have compassion. But for that to come out of your mouth, that's a big statement, and it's something that can't be overlooked. But go ahead.
do you think she was because when she did the interview on Sean Atwood's platform with Courtney, the guy, the big fat guy, when they first engaged, she flew off the handle during that whole interview. So I take it like this: is she trying to gatekeep that position of the truth teller? You know what I mean? Because you know she got all the attention or
When
whatever.
you say she, who are you speaking about? Jack or?
Yeah,
Of
because
course, I didn't
somebody
see
else
the
had
Courtney
the
B.
story.
I didn't see the go ahead. I didn't see the Courtney B, but I'm not a stranger to Jaguar interviews. And
Okay.
then each time she does come up with a new spin. But I think it's Jonathan B. I did see the interview, the first initial interview that Misha did, and to me, what I picked up on it, I thought you were speaking about her, but she was all over the place. But as a person who's been told to keep their mouth shut for so long, and then when you finally, you know, I'm from Memphis, you can hear it, but when you finally let her cook, you finna cook. You getting out, you throwing everything in there because it's like I have an ear that seems like it's listening, so you don't want to miss too much. So that's what I got for that interview that she did with that one guy on that panel. But Jag, I'm not sure of the interview you're speaking about. I'll definitely go and look that up. But I think she's a professional victim, and she wants to be the only one getting paid or hurt. But everybody that's a victim, if you have the courage to speak, you deserve to be heard. Whether it's right or wrong, whether you remember everything, whether it was a blue table or a red table, you know, whether you remember anything. And she was coming on like she was investigating or interrogating her. Why were you at I'm a comedian. Why were you at Yellow Beezy's house? Why? I don't know you, lady. You know, all the theatrics and stuff like that. And then I'm a woman with compassion. I was really feeling bad for Jag with what Tasha K had did with her son. But it's like if you put that energy out, it's gonna come back to you. So we as spectators on the sideline, when somebody's getting their karma, I'm just gonna stay out the way. You know, it's like you can't just have a heart for this person and that person. Once somebody put their karma out there, it's gonna come back to you. And yes, it was low down to use somebody's son, but it was low down to attack a victim too. So that's all I'm saying.
Last question because I want to do the flip side of it because
Go ahead.
um Misha, she said she was with a mermaid. She said at 10 years
Okay.
old, hold on, at 10 years old, Harv Pierre came and pulled up and said, come down. How, first of all, how the conversation happened where they called and said, come downstairs. Did she have a cell phone or her grandmother passed her the phone? How is a grown lady letting a 10-year-old girl leave the house by themselves, go downstairs, go to the car to a grown ass man, right? And sit in the car, then forced to eat jelly beans. All this is all in one moment. That one moment and got taken. No cops was called, no America's Most Wanted, nobody talking about nothing. Nobody. There's nothing. And you eat jelly beans, you eating children, you eating cannibals, you eating babies, and all this extra shit.
Well, it seems like
Leave that shit. And hold on, and then leave at 11. No, excuse me. About to say Jaguar Wright. J-Lo got a spiky, broken liquor bottle and forced it in her cootie cap. She leave. Oh, do you believe that shit?
listen. Let me tell you what will put the icing on the cake. If somebody can get Kris Jenner to show her left side of the shoulder, because her stories were very specific, to show the left side of her shoulder, and she said she remember and that was not alleged. I mean, maybe it's psychosis or whatever, and she probably sees the faces of famous people. That's the only other thing I can think of, but her stories are too direct. And another thing, to answer your question, Mike, when you say a young girl, let me tell you something. I've been a young girl, promiscuous. Promiscuous. Well, you know what I'm saying.
Promiscuous.
But
Yeah.
yeah, thank you. But
Ass.
yeah, I've been that way, and as being that way. I'm finna just tell a little of my tea, but listen, I'm saved by the blood, covered by the blood. I'm a Christian. But back in the day, when I was probably in the sixth or seventh grade, I used to walk to school. It used to be this grown man, Lloyd, used to pick me up before I went to school. And I used to think that was cute. Talking to an older guy. That's something that you may not be able to relate to, but young girls, that seems like the boys in the school are not your type. So back when I think it was seventh or eighth grade, he used to pick me up, and I used to, yeah. So you tend to be around those type of grown men, but the one thing about those grown men is they're not smart in the head too much. They're grown in size, but they're not educated or fully developed in the head, so they tend to coincide with younger girls, such as that P. Diddy and what's her name? One of the 305 girls, what is it? Not JT, but the other one.
Um, 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 um,
For
um,
real. No, that's not correct. It's just too many. And I'm thinking,
Miami.
yeah, that one. It was something about them, they clicked, and it seems like he clicks with younger girls. And that's probably because he's not all the way developed as far as being a man.
Right.
So when you said that, it's a lot of missing pieces the way she put that story, but it's credible and it does sound right as to why her grandmother didn't report it if she's receiving a check for the other kids, because that is a stipulation. If there is a problem with one child, you get a DCF case. Go ahead.
So this the last question because I gotta get off in 5 minutes.
I understand.
So you're saying that I'm not saying that's nothing didn't happen to her. Maybe she got to psycho evaluate her timeline and storyline and everything. So
Uh-huh.
you're saying you believe her?
What I'm saying is, I believe those actions took place, but with a person that probably has psychosis, maybe she's seeing different faces doing it to her. That's all I'm saying. And maybe she was trafficked, but on another level, but she's thinking in her head that these are superstars. That's the only way I could discredit her story. Other than that, she's just making up too many details, especially the part where she was with so many white men. They all started to look alike. And so with her psychosis, maybe she thought she was seeing J-Lo, but maybe it was a Puerto Rican woman with a man
Yeah.
Puerto Rican woman in a blue dress that looked like her. That's all I could say. But it's like if you weren't there, you don't know. I
Right.
wouldn't be so quick to judge, but it's just a crazy story. That's about all I can say. It's an incredible story, and I do want her to get help, but most of all, she wants the justice. So hopefully, after the holidays, when she gets her lawyer, maybe she can come back lawyered up, and
Yeah.
then a little feel a little bit more at ease because it's like now she's out there. She was vulnerable. She was by herself,
Right.
telling her story with no protection. So let's just hope for the best. That's all I can say, Mr. Larry.
I Miss Sharonda Thompson. I really appreciate you for tuning in and giving your point of view, love. You take care.
Okay, you do the same. Bye bye.
Right, peace. Everybody, I got 5 more minutes. I want it 2 hours because this if I be here 3 hours for nobody ain't gonna want to watch a 4 hour live. So in the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna get off and literally jump back on. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And we're gonna come right back and we're gonna watch more videos. All right. And I want to play the actual phone call that let me see. I got it pulled up. Yeah, salute to Donnie Robinson. Lamisha Fuller's the phone call to the mother. I want to play that. That's like 11 minutes. So this is what I do, y'all. Thank you, Shakira History News. Thank you, great live. If everybody enjoyed this live, press one. If you subscribe, press one. If you shared, press one. Everybody that came in here, I appreciate y'all. Please again hit that like button before y'all bounce. You'll be back, Candace. Thank you, beautiful. It's a lot of beautiful ladies up here. I'm about to have a meet and beat. Let me stop. Just everybody just meet up and just talk bullshit or something. I don't know. But one of these goddamn days, I thank all of y'all for tuning in. I'm coming literally right back. All right, I'm gonna put the tags in, but y'all bring your ass right back. God damn it, I'm gonna get out of here right now, and I'm less than 5 minutes. I'll be back on. So please bring your ass back. Love y'all. I'm out this motherfucker. I'll be right back. 5 minutes tops or less.